Kumatetsu を応援する奴がいるとは。
誰負けるな。
The Boy and the Beast is about a lost boy who becomes the pupil of an alone beast fighter from a world connected to ours but separated by choice. The boy is called Ren but is known by the beast as Kyuta, while the beast is called Kumatetsu, and in this story we follow the boy and the beast as they become situated with their pupil-teacher relationship. Why does the beast have a human child as his pupil, you may ask? Well, Kyuta has run away from his new family after his mother's tragic passing, and his father not having custody means Kyuta cannot be with his father. This meant Kyuta runs away from a family that he never wanted and runs down an alley that leads him to the beast world, where his teacher Kumatetsu, a boorish beast, invites the young child to be his pupil who will learn kendo, a style of martial arts. You see, Kumatetsu needs a pupil to learn from him if he wants to participate in the contest to be Lord of the Beast World, and for Kyuta this becomes an opportunity for him to learn to be stronger so that he fights for himself. And here is where we start our story of Kyuta. Because to understand the character we first must know his past and what he strives towards. Kyuta's goal is to become stronger so that he does not have to live with his new family because he wants to fight on his own 2 feet. He doesn't want to rely on others, and why should he rely on others? His mother dies and his father left them as a child because they got divorced, never to be seen again. So Kyuta's goal is simple, to be stronger than everyone. Stronger than his new family, stronger than his new teacher, and stronger than anyone else. But the movie sets up a different path for Kyuta. The film questions, what is strength? From early on the movie, through the eyes of Kyuta and his teacher Kumatetsu, strength means power, to be tougher than everyone else. But not in the eyes of the movie itself, and in turn, eventually not in the eyes of Kyuta. Through the film we see that Kyuta and Kumatetsu travel to other lords and ask them the question, and each lord gives a different answer. Because strength means different things to different people. To one lord it is about the psychic abilities he has, and to another is to be one with their surroundings. And so again the question the movie asks us and Kyuta is, what is strength? What makes someone stronger than someone else? This becomes a question that fascinates Kyuta, who at that point only saw strength as power. But through the words of the lords and unthinkably the words of his teacher, Kyuta has to find that answer out himself. So what does strength represent to Kyuta? Well, it becomes 3 things for him. Strength in power, to be stronger than everyone. Strength in knowledge, to learn as much as possible. And strength in relationship, to be able to love and trust again. The first idea of what strength means to Kyuta is strength in power, to be strong and to be able to fight on your own. He wants this accomplishment because he has lost faith in people around him, from the father he never sees to the family who tried taking him in after his mother's death. The family sees him as a kid who cannot survive on his own, so Kyuta makes it a goal to be strong enough to fight his own battles, and he learns this from his brutish teacher Kumatetsu, a bear-like creature who was in a very similar situation as Kyuta, alone with no family and nowhere to go. So he had to be stronger than everyone if he wanted to survive on his own. He couldn't be anyone's picking boy. He had to earn his way to be where he is, and he had to learn the hard way without a teacher. He had to become stronger on his own through will and determination. But Kumatetsu isn't a good teacher. For most of his life he has never needed to teach, and when he has to train a pupil, they always run away. There is a similarity between Kyuta and Kumatetsu. The teacher had to learn how to fight on his own, and in some ways so did Kyuta. Kyuta would mimic the footsteps of Kumatetsu, pretending he is the beast, and began to understand the importance of each footstep he makes. This leads him to understanding Kumatetsu's movement to the point that just by hearing his teacher, Kyuta knew what foot went where. By training on his own, like his teacher, Kyuta took one leap forward to his goal of becoming stronger. And I believe that Kumatetsu respected that Kyuta took the initiative to train on his own. He saw a younger him inside this small human child, and a strong bond was starting to blossom. But Kyuta's learning didn't stop at just how to fight. He wanted to gain more information about other lifestyles and to sharpen other aspects of his life, so he gained strength in knowledge. Knowledge is a powerful tool, some might say even more powerful than becoming stronger, and Kyuta becomes obsessed with the idea of gaining more knowledge of life he never understood before, from reading books and learning more about the language he speaks. In that, he becomes infatuated with human civilization again. Kyuta has been away in the beast world, that he became more beast than human. But when Kyuta stumbles back in the human world, his perspective changes. No longer is becoming stronger the only thing he thinks about. Now, becoming human again becomes his priority, and he does this by immersing himself back to human culture. What makes us different from animals is the knowledge we attain, maths, science and reading. This is what separates us from any other animal. This is Kyuta's bridge back home. Through the commitment to wanting more knowledge and learning new ideas, Kyuta makes a discovery of his father's whereabouts. And he finally meets his dad for the first time in a long time. This is what strength of knowledge can bring. Strength in relationship. It is clear that Kyuta struggles to get along with people and beasts, from his new family to the other beast children and his own mentor, Kumatetsu. But as the story progresses, the more attached Kyuta gets to the beasts around him. This was first seen by him listening to Hayakushibo. Kyuta listens to his advice about starting to act like a pupil and takes his words and teachings about cleaning and washing seriously. That is the first time we see Kyuta respecting another character, and the respect for others continues. Kyuta acknowledges the importance of Hayakushibo and Tatara in his life. He forms a friendship with the beast bully from the start as they become bonded by their goal to becoming stronger. And he finally reconnects with his dad. But there are two important connections he makes, one from the human world and the other from the beast world. The character of Keide is the first human character that Kyuta forms a bond with. Both are connected by their outcast ways, Kyuta for being in the beast world for far too long, and Keide for not living in the human world but instead living through her studies. That friendship is what brings Kyuta from beast back to human, and their relationship signifies that the flaws of a human's complex emotions that are seen by the beast as a negative is what saves Kyuta from killing Ichirihiko. The anger we build up can explode if not dealt with. Kyuta boiled down his anger about his mother's death for far too long, and when he sees that his mentor is dying in front of him, Kyuta explodes with rage. The anger of his mother's death and now this combines. But that caring girl who taught him how to be human again saved him. It is their human bond that stops Kyuta from raging. She understands that rage inside humans and how a little memento can change someone's emotions, be it calming music, a book, or a piece that belongs to a close friend.
私、これに随分助けられたの。もし自分で危ないって思ったり、さっきみたいな気持ちになったら、思い出して、お守り。
Compared to Ichirihiko, who never got that advice and who had to keep his fear and anxiety about not being like his father locked down to the point where when he did explode, there was no one to help. That relationship Kyuta had with Keide saved him. Kyuta also makes one more bond, and that is with the beast, Kumatetsu. Their relationship from the beginning can be seen full of some kind of respect for each other. From Kumatetsu seeing the boy's potential just by looking at his eyes, and Kyuta for being the only one supporting the beast in his fight against Ayuzan while everyone boos. They may not always see eye to eye, but it is that fiery passion for becoming stronger and for having similar backgrounds that make them characters that connect on a deeper level. They are both loners who see becoming stronger as the ultimate achievement, and by being in both companies they do become stronger, but not just in power. Because the three strengths don't only have meaning to Kyuta, they also have meaning to his mentor Kumatetsu. Kumatetsu gains strength and power through the teachings of Kyuta as he learns how to change his footsteps so that he doesn't become predictable, allowing him to fight more efficiently against opponents. And the training with Kyuta, who becomes better and better, pushes Kumatetsu to new heights.
より成長しておるのは熊鉄の方じゃ。洗練されてキレが増しておる。確かに。
He then gains strength and knowledge because before Kyuta arrives, Kumatetsu did not know how to train anyone, but with the guidance of Kyuta, he learns how to get the best out of new students. And most importantly, he gains strength in relationships. Kumatetsu and Kyuta were similar with no one around them who understood their fiery nature, but by being together and learning from each other, they formed the ultimate bond. And by the end of the film, their two bonds were strong enough that Kumatetsu, a beast who didn't think about anyone but himself, decided that he would be reborn as the sword in that young boy's heart. And that is beautiful. Kyuta at the start of The Boy and the Beast only had a singular vision of becoming stronger than everyone else, but that narrow-mindedness limited him in making connections with people and beasts until he started thinking about what strength truly means. To him, strength did mean to be stronger, but then it also meant to be knowledgeable and to build meaningful relationships that will last a lifetime. So, what does strength mean to you?